London slammed her locker shut, the metallic echo bouncing off the empty hallways of Jefferson High. It was late afternoon, the kind where the sun dipped low enough to cast long shadows through the windows, but she didn't mind staying behind. Coach Lucia had asked for help organizing the equipment room after practice, and London, ever the dedicated captain of the soccer team, had volunteered without a second thought. As she pushed open the heavy door to the gym, the familiar scent of rubber mats and polished wood floors greeted her, but something felt off. The air was thicker, charged with an unspoken tension she'd been ignoring for weeks. Lucia was already there, stacking cones in the corner, her back turned. At 32, she carried herself with the quiet authority of someone who'd turned her own shattered dreams into fuel for others. Once a promising athlete herself, sidelined by a knee injury in college, she'd poured everything into coaching, building Jefferson's team from underdogs to state contenders. Her short auburn hair caught the light from the high windows, and London couldn't help but notice how her tracksuit hugged her frame just right. Not that she was supposed to notice things like that. "Hey, coach," London called out, her voice steadier than her racing heart. Lucia turned, her hazel eyes locking onto London's green ones. And for a split second, the world narrowed to just them. Without a word, Lucia crossed the room, her steps deliberate. London felt a pull like gravity shifting, but before she could process it, Lucia reached past her to the door and pushed it closed with a soft click. The sound reverberated in London's chest. "We need to talk," Lucia said, her voice low, laced with something raw and vulnerable. London's breath caught. "Talk? About what?" The late-night texts that had started as strategy discussions, but veered into personal territory? The lingering glances during drills? Or the way London's stomach flipped every time Lucia smiled at her? She stood frozen, the equipment forgotten, as Lucia stepped closer, the space between them shrinking until it felt electric. "London, I can't pretend anymore. It's not just in my head, is it?" London's mind screamed warnings. Coach, student, wrong on every level, but her body betrayed her, leaning in just a fraction. The gym, usually a sanctuary of sweat and shouts, now felt like a confessional. She thought of her parents back home in their pristine suburban house in upstate New York. Her dad a conservative lawyer, who preached family values at church every Sunday. Her mom a homemaker who clipped coupons and planned debutante balls. What would they say if they knew? But here in this moment, with Lucia's eyes searching hers, those thoughts faded. "No," London whispered, her voice trembling. "It's not." And just like that, the line was crossed, not with a kiss or a touch. That would come later in stolen moments, but with an admission that shattered the facade they'd both been hiding behind. From that day their world tilted. Practices became a tightrope walk of professionalism and secret yearning. London would linger after everyone left, helping with paperwork that didn't need doing. Their conversations dipping into dreams and fears. Lucia shared stories of her own youth, the pressure to conform, the ex-boyfriend who'd proposed just to fit the mold society expected. "I thought marrying him would fix me," she confessed one evening as they sat on the bleachers, the gym lights dimmed. But it only made the emptiness worse. London listened, her heart aching, realizing her own confusion wasn't unique. She dated boys in junior high, awkward fumblings that felt scripted, never igniting the spark she craved. Now with Lucia it was like waking up. But the high came with shadows. London's best friend Mia started noticing the extra time spent with Coach. "You're obsessed," Mia teased during lunch, her fork stabbing at a salad. "It's like you have a crush or something." London laughed it off, but inside panic brewed. What if Mia suspected? What if anyone did? The school had zero-tolerance policies for teacher-student relationships, and though Lucia was careful, never crossing physical lines in public, the risk loomed like a storm cloud. At home, dinners turned tense as London's dad ranted about the liberal agenda ruining sports, his voice booming over mashed potatoes. "These days they're pushing all kinds of nonsense on kids," he'd say, eyes narrowing at the TV. London nodded along, her stomach twisting, wondering if he could see the secret etched on her face. One night, after a particularly grueling practice, Lucia pulled London aside in the locker room. The team had filed out, leaving echoes of laughter behind. "I need to end this," Lucia said abruptly, her face pale under the fluorescent lights. London's world spun. What? Why? She demanded, stepping closer, her voice cracking. Lucia looked away, conflict etched in her features. Because it's wrong, London. I'm your coach. You're 18, but that doesn't make it okay. If anyone finds out. She trailed off, but the implications hung heavy. Scandal, job loss, ruined reputations. London felt a surge of defiance. So we hide it. We're careful. But Lucia shook her head, tears glistening. Hiding isn't living. And I can't be the one who derails your future. The argument escalated. Voices rising in the empty space. London accused her of cowardice, of running from what they both felt. Lucia fired back, calling it responsibility, protecting London from the fallout. In the heat, London grabbed her arm, not harshly, but enough to make Lucia freeze. Their eyes met again, the pull undeniable. Please, London begged. Lucia's resolve cracked, and she pulled away gently. Go home, London. Think about it. But as London stormed out, slamming the door, she knew thinking wouldn't change the fire burning inside her. The next day, she avoided Lucia's gaze during practice, her plays aggressive, fueled by hurt. Teammates whispered, sensing the shift, but no one dared ask. That evening, London's phone buzzed with a text from Lucia. Meet me at the park. We can't leave it like this. Heart-pounding, London snuck out, the cool night air biting her skin as she biked to the secluded spot near the river. Lucia was waiting on a bench, her posture slumped. I was wrong, she admitted as London approached. Ending it feels worse than the risk. They talked for hours, dissecting the ethics, the societal chains binding them. London shared her fears of coming out, the dread of her family's rejection. Lucia confessed her own internalized shame, years of denying her truth to fit in. By dawn they'd forged a pact, careful, discreet, but committed. But deep down, London wondered if promises could shield them from the storm brewing. As weeks turned to months, their bond deepened in hidden corners. Stolen coffee runs after games, whispered conversations in Lucia's car. London excelled on the field, her performance a testament to the motivation Lucia inspired. But cracks appeared. Mia cornered London in the hallway one day. What's going on with you and Coach? You're always together. London denied it, but Mia's eyes narrowed. Be careful, Lon. Rumors start easy. The warning lingered, a seed of doubt. At home, London's mom noticed her distraction. You're acting strange, honey. Is there a boy? The question stung, forcing London to lie, the weight of deception growing. Lucia too faced pressure. Colleagues joking about her single status, hinting at setups with male teachers. Each deflection chipped at her soul. One pivotal afternoon, during a team meeting, Lucia announced scholarships on the line. London's heart soared. She dreamed of college soccer. But as eyes turned to her, she caught Lucia's proud smile and guilt twisted in. Was this favoritism? Or genuine merit? The doubt gnawed, fueling inner turmoil. That night, alone in her room, London stared at the ceiling, thoughts racing. What am I doing? Risking everything for feelings I barely understand? But the alternative, losing Lucia, felt unbearable. Little did she know the first betrayal was just around the corner, waiting to unravel it all. The betrayal hit like a blindside tackle. It started innocently enough. A group chat among the team, buzzing with excitement over the upcoming regionals. London was scrolling through messages in her bedroom, the glow of her phone illuminating her face, when a photo popped up. It was her and Lucia, captured from afar during one of their park meetings, their heads close, hands intertwined. The caption, "What's this about? Coach and captain getting cozy?" Eyes sent by an anonymous number, but London recognized the angle. It had to be from someone on the team. Panic surged through her veins. Who? Why? She texted Lucia immediately. Check the chat. Now. Lucia's response was swift. Delete it. Deny everything. But the damage spread like wildfire. By morning, whispers filled the hallways. Teammates avoided London's gaze, and Mia pulled her into the bathroom during first period. Did you see it? Mia asked, her voice hushed but urgent. London nodded, feigning confusion. It's photoshopped or something. Ridiculous. Mia studied her, doubt flickering. If it's true, Lon, that's messed up. Coach could get fired. The words hung heavy, a reminder of the stakes. London felt a knot in her stomach. Messed up? Was that what they were? At practice, the tension was palpable. Lucia ran drills with forced enthusiasm, her eyes darting to London only briefly. After, in the equipment room, their once safe haven, Lucia confronted her. "Who do you think it is?" she whispered, her face etched with worry. London shook her head. "No idea. But we have to be more careful." Lucia sighed, rubbing her temples. "Or maybe we stop." The suggestion ignited London's anger. Stop? Because of some coward hiding behind a phone. They argued in hushed tones, Lucia emphasizing the ethics. She was in a position of power, London her student. "I could be seen as grooming you," she said, voice breaking. London recoiled. "That's not us. You didn't pursue me, it just happened." But the seed of doubt planted, making London question every moment. That evening, London's dad overheard her on the phone with Lucia, their conversation innocuous but his suspicion piqued. Dinner he grilled her. "Who's this friend you're always talking to?" His tone was sharp, eyes probing. London mumbled about a teammate, but he pressed. "Don't lie to me, young lady. I've seen the changes, sneaking out distracted. If it's drugs or some boy." He trailed off, but the implication stung. Her mom chimed in, worried. "We just want what's best for you." London excused herself, tears burning, retreating to her room where she poured out her fears in a journal. Why does love have to feel like a crime? The anonymous messages escalated. Another photo, this time of Lucia's car parked near London's house late at night. Then text to London. "Break it off or everyone knows." Paranoia set in. Lucia suggested involving the principal, but that risked exposure. Instead, they decided to lay low, no meetings, minimal contact. The separation was agony. London threw herself into training, her plays aggressive, drawing concerned looks from teammates. Mia pulled her aside again. "You're scaring me, Lon. Talk to me." Under pressure, London cracked partially. "It's complicated," she admitted. Mia's eyes widened. "With Coach? Oh God, that's why." Betrayal flashed in Mia's expression. She'd suspected but hoped it wasn't true. "You have to end it. For your sake." But ending it wasn't simple. Lucia called one night, her voice strained. "I miss you." They met secretly at a coffee shop outside town. Disguises laughable but necessary. Over lattes they dissected the mess. "Society isn't ready for us," Lucia said bitterly. "A straight coach-student thing? Slap on the wrist. But two women? Scandal of the year." London nodded, the weight of discrimination sinking in. They vowed to fight, but as they parted, a car slowed nearby. Mia's? London's heart raced. The confrontation came at school. Mia waited by London's locker, arms crossed. "I know everything. I took the photos to protect you." Shock hit London like ice water. "Protect me? By blackmailing us?" Mia's eyes filled with tears. "You're throwing your life away. College family for what? Some fling with a teacher." The words cut deep, echoing London's inner doubts. They argued fiercely, voices rising until a teacher intervened. Mia stormed off, leaving London reeling. My best friend a traitor. The betrayal shattered trust, forcing London to question loyalties. That night, Lucia faced her own demons. Alone in her apartment, she stared at old photos. Her with her ex, the facade of normalcy. Am I using London to relive what I lost? The moral quandary gnawed. She texted London. Maybe Mia's right. The cost is too high. London, furious and hurt, replied. So you're giving up? The exchange turned bitter, accusations flying. Lucia calling London naive, London labeling Lucia weak. Sleep evaded them both, the rift widening. As regionals approached, the team fractured. Rumors spread beyond the group chat, reaching parents. London's dad received an anonymous email with the photos. He confronted her at breakfast, face red with rage. Is this true? With your coach, a woman. The word woman spat like venom, revealing his deep-seated bias. London denied it, but tears betrayed her. Even if it was Dad, why is it so wrong? He exploded. Because it's unnatural. Against everything we believe. Her mom cried silently, the family unit cracking. London fled to her room, the pressure crushing. In desperation, London met Lucia at the park again. My dad's furious. He wants to go to the school. Lucia paled. If he does, I'm done. Career over. The reality hit, Lucia's job, her passion on the line. They weighed options. Come clean, deny, or run. But running wasn't feasible. We fight, London said, gripping Lucia's hand. Yet doubt lingered. As they parted, London wondered if love was worth the destruction. The high came with a price and the bill was due. Little did they know the biggest sacrifice was yet to come. The storm broke at the worst possible moment. It was the night before regionals, the team buzzing with nerves in the hotel lobby. London paced her room shared with Mia, the air thick with unspoken resentment. Mia had apologized tearfully after their fight, claiming she acted out of fear for London's future. But trust was shattered. I deleted the photos, Mia whispered. But someone else might have them. London nodded curtly, her mind on Lucia down the hall. A knock came. Lucia, under pretense of strategy talk. They slipped into the stairwell, voices low. Your dad called the principal, Lucia revealed, face ashen. He's demanding an investigation. London's world tilted. What? How? Anonymous tip, of course. The betrayal rippled outward. Practice that day had been disastrous. Teammates divided, some siding with rumors, others defending. London played poorly, her focus splintered. Now this. We deny it, Lucia decided. No proof beyond photos that could be faked. But London saw the fear in her eyes, the end of her coaching dream. Guilt flooded London. This is my fault. Pushed her. They parted with a hurried embrace, the risk heightening the intensity. Game day dawned crisp, the stadium packed with families. London's parents sat in the stands, her dad's expression stormy. As the whistle blew, London channeled her turmoil into the field, scoring early. But midway, disaster struck. During halftime, the principal pulled Lucia aside. Whispers spread. Investigation underway. Teammates shot London accusatory glances. Mia avoided her eyes. The second half was brutal. London fouled aggressively, earning a yellow card. They lost narrowly, the defeat tasting like ashes. Post-game chaos ensued. London's dad confronted Lucia in the parking lot, voice booming. You stay away from my daughter. Spectators gawked. London intervened, pulling him back. Dad, stop. It's not what you think. But he shoved her aside gently, rage unchecked. I've seen the evidence. This is abuse. The word hung ugly, twisting their connection into something sinister. Lucia stood tall, but her voice shook. Sir, there's no truth to this. He scoffed, threatening lawsuits. London's mom pulled him away, but the damage was done. Public humiliation. That night, London snuck to Lucia's apartment, the drive fraught with tears. Lucia opened the door, exhausted. It's over, she said flatly. London protested, but Lucia held firm. Your family, my job, we've hurt too many. They talked through the night, dissecting the moral maze. Was their love selfish? Did age and power imbalance make it wrong? London argued passion transcended rules. Lucia countered with duty. I swore to guide you, not lead you astray. The debate intensified, emotions raw. London confessed her inner conflict. Am I gay? Or just infatuated? Lucia shared her past suppression, the therapy sessions denying her identity. By morning, exhausted, they agreed to pause for healing. But pauses rarely hold. Weeks passed in limbo. School became a minefield, rumors, stares. London lost friends, her captaincy questioned. At home, therapy sessions mandated by her parents, the counselor probing gently. How do you feel about women? London deflected but internally wrestled. Her dad's lectures on traditional values clashed with her awakening. Society's lens magnified the taboo. Headlines of similar scandals fueled judgment. Lucia faced suspension pending review, her life on hold. She confided in a friend who urged coming out. Own your truth. But fear paralyzed her. One evening, London attended a support group for LGBTQ youth. Anonymously. Stories of rejection mirrored hers. Families disowning, friends betraying. A girl shared losing her scholarship over orientation. London spoke haltingly. What if loving someone costs everything? Responses varied, some said fight, others compromise. It sparked resolve. She texted Lucia. We can't hide forever. The reunion was tense at a neutral cafe. Lucia looked worn, shadows under her eyes. The board cleared me, lack of evidence. But I'm resigning. Shock hit London. Why? Lucia explained. The stain lingered, trust eroded. For you two. You need space to figure yourself out without me complicating it. London felt abandoned. So you're sacrificing us? Lucia nodded, tears falling. Sometimes love means letting go. The words pierced a necessary wound. London stormed out, hurt fueling recklessness. She confronted Mia at school. Your protection ruined everything. Mia defended. I was scared for you. Society chews up people like this. The argument drew a crowd, exposing fractures. Later, London's dad softened slightly. Admitting fear drove his anger. I don't understand, but I love you. A crack in the armor, but conditional. London pondered. Is acceptance earned or given? As summer loomed, London applied to colleges far away, seeking escape. Lucia accepted a job in another state, the distance a balm and a curse. They met one last time at the park where it deepened. I'll always cherish us, Lucia said, hugging her. London pulled back. Was it worth it? Lucia smiled sadly. Every moment. But as London biked home, doubt crept in. The sacrifices, friendships, family bonds, dreams piled high. Awakening came at a cost, forcing growth through pain. Yet the biggest twist awaited. Hidden in a letter that would upend it all. The letter arrived on a mundane Tuesday, tucked among college brochures in the mailbox. London's hands trembled as she recognized Lucia's handwriting. It had been 2 months since their farewell, 2 months of radio silence, broken only by fleeting thoughts and unresolved aches. She tore it open in her room, the paper crisp. London, it began. I've thought about us every day. But there's something I need to confess. Her heart plummeted. Confession? What more could shatter her? The words blurred through tears. Lucia revealed she'd been in contact with London's parents. Not to expose, but to explain. I told them the truth. Our feelings were mutual, no coercion. I wanted to take the blame, protect your future. Shock morphed to anger. She went behind my back? But the letter continued. Your dad listened, surprisingly. He's struggling but open to talking. I did it because hiding perpetuates the shame society imposes. London crumpled the paper, betrayal fresh. How dare she decide for them? Yet, beneath rage, relief flickered. Perhaps a path to reconciliation. She confronted her parents that evening, letter in hand. Did you talk to Coach Lucia? Her dad's face hardened, then softened. She called last week. Explain things. Silence stretched. Her mom spoke first. We were shocked, honey. But she sounded genuine. Said it wasn't planned, just happened. London's dad sighed. I don't approve. It's against our beliefs. But firing her seemed extreme. The admission stunned London. Progress? Or pity? They talked haltingly. Her dad admitting fears rooted in his upbringing. The world judges harshly. London pushed. So do you. The exchange was raw, exposing generational divides. By end, no hugs but a truce. Therapy together, understanding sought. Emboldened, London reached out to Mia. They met at their old hangout, a diner with greasy fries. Lucia outed us to my parents, London said flatly. Mia's eyes widened. That's huge. Risky. They dissected it. Mia's initial betrayal stemmed from her own confusion. A crush on London she'd buried. I was jealous, scared. Acted stupid. Honesty bridged the gap. Friendship mending slowly. But costs lingered. Mia lost mutual friends over her actions. Lucia, meanwhile, settled in her new town, coaching a smaller team. The move was a fresh start, but loneliness gnawed. She journaled nightly. Did I betray her trust for the greater good? Ethics ward. Autonomy versus intervention. A call from London came unexpectedly. Why? London demanded. Lucia explained. To free you from secrets. Living in shadows destroys. The conversation turned emotional, accusations yielding to understanding. I miss you, London admitted. Lucia echoed it but cautioned. Distance might help us grow. As fall approached, London started college in California, miles from New York. The campus buzzed with diversity, pride flags, support groups. She dated casually, exploring her identity without pressure. But Lucia lingered in thoughts, a benchmark. News came via email. Lucia was advocating for LGBTQ rights in schools, turning pain into purpose. London admired it, but resentment faded slowly. A visit home for Thanksgiving brought confrontation. Family dinner, tensions simmered. Her dad raised the topic awkwardly. About your preferences. London braced. I'm gay, Dad. Deal with it. He nodded slowly. I'm trying. Her mom shared articles on acceptance, efforts touching. But society loomed. Cousins whispered, church friends judged. London stood firm, the fight internal now. Am I defined by this? Months later, a conference brought Lucia to California's outskirts. They arranged to meet neutral ground. The cafe hummed with life. Lucia looked revitalized, advocacy suiting her. I've changed, she said. No more hiding. London shared her growth, dating a girl briefly, embracing herself. But sparks reignited, complicated by history. We can't go back, London said. Lucia agreed, but eyes betrayed longing. They parted as friends, the goodbye bittersweet. Back at dorms, London reflected. Sacrifices shaped her. Lost innocence gained resilience. Betrayals taught caution. Awakenings courage. She volunteered at a hotline, helping others navigate similar storms. One call mirrored her story. A teen crushed on her mentor. London advised balance, ethics, self-care. It healed her wounds. Yet doubts persisted. Had Lucia's confession been right? Or overstep? London pondered during runs, the rhythm clarifying thoughts. Family ties strengthened tentatively. Her dad attended a PFLG meeting, a monumental step. Society shifted slowly, laws protected but hearts lagged. London embraced the gray areas, choices debatable. As graduation neared a final twist, Mia's wedding invitation. She'd found love, ironically, with a woman. You inspired me, the note read. London attended, reconciliation full circle. Seeing Mia happy underscored growth from pain. But Lucia's absence ached, a reminder of what was lost. In quiet moments, London wondered if paths would cross again, or if closure was the ultimate gift. The journey, fraught with drama, forged unbreakable spirit. Yet one question lingered, echoing in her mind. Years blurred into a tapestry of triumphs and regrets, but the core remained etched in London's soul. At 25, she was a rising star in women's soccer, coaching part-time while pursuing a degree in sports psychology. California suited her, open, vibrant, a far cry from the stifling suburbs of her youth. She dated steadily, relationships deepening her understanding of love without the forbidden thrill. But Lucia's shadow lingered, a benchmark of intensity. News of her came sporadically, advocacy work, a book on ethics and coaching. London read it cover to cover, pages dog-eared with notes. She turned our mess into meaning. A speaking engagement brought them face to face after 7 years. The conference on LGBTQ issues in sports hummed with energy. London spotted Lucia across the room, time kind to her. Still poised, auburn hair longer now. Their eyes met, a jolt electric. During a panel they shared the stage, stories anonymized but resonant. London spoke of internalized shame. Lucia, power dynamics. Audience questions probed. How do you reconcile love with ethics? Lucia glanced at London. Sometimes you can't. You choose growth over possession. The words stung, a nod to their past. Post-panel they lingered in the hallway. You've done well, Lucia said, genuine pride in her voice. London smiled. Thanks to you, in ways. They walked to a nearby park, conversation flowing like old times. Lucia confessed. Confessing to your parents was my biggest regret and proudest moment. London nodded. It forced change. Dad's come around, we talk openly now. Lucia shared her own family reconciliation, a sister embracing her truth. But scars remained, lost jobs, judgmental glances. Society evolves, but slowly. The talk turned personal. Do you ever wonder what if? London asked. Lucia paused. Every day. But we were right to end it. You needed to fly free. London felt closure settling, but a spark flickered. As they parted, hugs lingering, London whispered, "Thank you for everything." Driving home, emotions swirled. Was our love a mistake or a catalyst? Life accelerated. London married at 28, to a fellow athlete named Sarah. Supportive, uncomplicated. The wedding was joyous, family present, her dad walking her down the aisle with tears. Mia attended, their bond unbreakable. Lucia sent a card. Proud of you always. It warmed London, a bridge unbroken. Professionally, London advocated too, speaking on panels, echoing Lucia's path. One case hit close. A young player confiding a crush on her coach. London advised carefully, boundaries, self-reflection. It mirrored her youth, cycles repeating. She pondered morality's gray. When does guidance become exploitation? Society debated, laws tightened, awareness grew. But personal costs endured, mental health strains, lost opportunities. At 32, the age Lucia was when they met, London faced her own dilemma. A talented player, 19, lingered after practices, eyes adoring. London recognized the signs, nipping it firmly. Focus on your game, she said kindly. Internally, turmoil, hypocrite? Or wiser? It forced reflection on her choices, the thrill versus the fallout. Family life grounded her. Sarah understood the past, no jealousy. They adopted a child, building the acceptance London craved young. Holidays with parents were warm. Her dad's transformation complete. He volunteered at Pride events. I was wrong, he admitted once. Love is love. The words healed old wounds. Yet, in quiet nights, London revisited memories. The door closing, the confessions, betrayals. Each decision carried weight, Lucia's resignation, Mia's interference, her own defiance. Awakenings birthed from pain, forging resilience. Society's pressures eased, but battles persisted, legislation threats, cultural backlashes. London fought on, her story a beacon. A reunion email from Jefferson High arrived. Alumni event. Lucia would attend. London RSVP'd, yes, curiosity piqued. The gym hadn't changed, echoes stirring nostalgia. They met amid crowds, time softening edges. Look at us, Lucia laughed. Survivors. Over drinks they reminisced, laughter mingling with tears. We changed each other, London said. Lucia agreed. For the better. As night ended, no rekindling, just peace. Driving home, London contemplated the saga's essence. Drama sculpted her, choices debatable. Was the pain justified? Growth undeniable, but at what price? She smiled at the road ahead, lessons internalized. The story closed, but questions endured, sparking endless debate.